Can we talk too much about God's love? Can we talk too much about His mercy? I know you're going to be upset with me to start with, but I think the answer is maybe. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I go to Psalm 90, verses 7 and 8, it says, "We are consumed by your anger and terrified by your indignation." And listen to this part. "You have set our iniquities before you and our secret sins in the light of your presence." In other words, God, you have pulled our secret sins out and have them laying in front of you with a bright light on them so you can see them clearly. And the result of that is anger and indignation by God. Now, I know Jesus died for all my sins. They are covered. East is from the west. God's completely buried them and forgot about them. I understand that. But sometimes I'm afraid that when we talk about that exclusively, we lose the reality of how much our sin upsets God. Just because He forgives us quickly doesn't mean it doesn't anger Him when it happens. And we talk about it as if, well, God gets a little displeased with us. The reality is that sin naturally makes God angry, indignant. And maybe if I talked about that a little bit more and thought about it myself a little bit more and believed it a little bit more, then it would be less likely that I would have my little hidden sins, that I would think they were kind of okay since Jesus will forgive them anyway. And maybe, just maybe, in addition, not taking away from God's love, but in addition to thinking about God's love, it would be very helpful if I also remembered that when I do something that goes against His nature, it makes Him unhappy, it makes Him mad. And that's today's Jumpstart.